I'm sure everyone knows the schoolyard debates of who has the rarest Pokemon card, and then you get the occasional twerp who claims something ludicrous. Well, how valuable are your rare cards? And how much are they worth today? Here's the top 10 rarest and most valuable Pokemon cards ever made. Also note, some of these cards are so rare that we couldn't find a sale to match a price to. All we know is that they exist. Tropical Mega Battle Legendary Bird Articuno Phone Card. Yes, you read that right. The first card on our list is not only a Pokemon card, but also a phone card. A few Pokemon phone cards were released in Japan, and while they're somewhat rare, the Tropical Mega Battle Legendary Bird Articuno Phone Card is one of the rarest. It features Articuno, drawn by Ken Sugimori, and was given out as a prize in the 1999 Tropical Mega Battle Competition. Although the exact details of how people won the legendary bird phone cards are unclear, some people say they were awarded to winners, while others say you got one if you completed your stamp booklet by battling other players. Certain players left the event with an Articuno, Zapdos, or Moltres phone card, selected randomly. Right now, those Articuno phone cards go for around $1,200. That's quite a price for a Pokemon card, but we're just getting started. Shiny Pokemon cards are rare, just like shiny Pokemon in the game, but this shiny Espeon is a special case. In 2005, the Daisuki Pokemon Fan Club held a special contest. By participating in club activities, you could earn points, and therefore win prizes. From 2005 to 2006, if you were a member of the fan club and earned enough points, you would win a shiny Espeon card. They set the bar rather high, and getting enough points proved difficult. Not many players made it, so only a few shiny Espeon cards were given out. If you're one of the lucky few who won it, you can part with it on the market for around $1,800. Most of the cards we'll be looking at are rare because they are in such limited supply, given out as prizes for contests and such. This one, however, is a Pokemon card the average person could easily have, if they were lucky enough and got into the trading card game early on. The Pokemon trading card game started in Japan in 1996. In 1998, they held a special promotional campaign called Trade Please. If you bought the album Let's Trade Please and mailed in the included flyer along with any 2 Pokemon cards, you would receive in exchange an unnumbered Please Trade promotional card and a special Charizard, Venusaur, or Blastoise card. These cards were later reprinted, but if you have the first edition cards sent through the promotion, they are incredibly rare. The first edition Charizard card is worth over $300 regardless of its condition and grade, but a graded first edition Charizard in good condition can reach prices of $3,000 or even $5,000. You might expect that the most valuable Pokemon cards will be those designed by the most famous Pokemon artists, but in a strange twist, some of the rarest cards have artists you've probably never heard of, because they were just regular players who owned Pokemon Snap. To promote the Nintendo 64 game Pokemon Snap and celebrate its release, CoroCoro Comic hosted a contest. Players took in-game pictures using Pokemon Snap and submitted them to be judged. The top 5 winning pictures were then printed on special Pokemon cards, with the contest winners listed as the respective artists. No one is sure how many of these special Pokemon Snap cards were printed, but it was a limited number. The Pokemon Snap Gyarados card is particularly rare and has sold for as much as $8,000. Things might start to get a little confusing at this point, because there are a number of Pokemon cards with a number 1 trainer name, but they all have different rarities depending on what the owner was the number 1 trainer of. Winners of the Pokemon Trading Card World Championship received a special number 1 trainer card. Of course, they're rarer the further back through the years you go, but what really makes them stand out is that each year gets a different design. Therefore, the World Championship number 1 trainer card for each given year is available only in very limited numbers. They're so rare, it's difficult to find a price for them. But why would you want to sell your World Championship prize anyway? The Pokemon Trading Card Game World Championships have been held since 2004, but there were special tournaments held earlier than that. In the year 2000, winners of the regional Japanese World Challenge Summer events were granted a special number 1 trainer card that allowed them entry into the finals. These cards were even personalized for the winner. As such, their rarity, personalization, and age makes these cards exceptionally rare. Again, it's difficult to find a price for the Japanese World Challenge Summer number 1 trainer card from the year 2000 or any other year, but we imagine most people don't want to part with theirs. That's right, we've got another one, but don't worry, we're almost done with these. The number 1 trainer card given out to winners of the Tropical Mega Battle competition in 1999 features an Executor. These cards are particularly rare because only a limited number of players were allowed to compete for them. Promotional competitions were held at schools during this period of time, and this particular one was open to elementary school students up to 3rd grade. With a small pool of competitors, and this card only given to the winners, only a few of these number 1 trainer cards exist. Collectors place its value somewhere between $5,000 and $10,000, depending on its condition. By now, it probably seems as though the only surefire way to get a rare Pokemon card is to win competitions. But this is the last number 1 on the list. On June 14th and 15th of 1997, the first ever Pokemon card game official tournament took place. Players who won the qualifying round were given special number 1 trainer cards that featured Pikachu holding a trophy. These were the first cards ever given to competition winners. They're incredibly rare. Once again, these cards are so rare, it's hard to know what they'd sell for. Back in 2011, a Trophy Pikachu number 1 training card was sold on eBay for $8,000, but very few are in circulation to compare that price to. So, what's rarer than a tournament prize? How about a card so rare its existence was doubted and actually denied for many years? Raichu was released as part of a battle set when the Pokemon trading card game first became available in English in 1999. A few were stamped with the word pre-release, and theoretically given to the Wizards of the Coast employees. I say theoretically because mysteries surround this card. Some people say only a single sheet of Raichu cards were stamped, making it so 8 or 10 of them ever existed. Others say 121 pre-release Raichus were made, but over 100 were destroyed. Some people say 10 to 15 of them are in circulation, but it's hard to know for sure. They were never meant to hit the market, and Wizards of the Coast claimed pre-release Raichu was just a myth. In 2006, however, a Wizards of the Coast staff member released an image of the card and brought the legend into reality. Due to the mysteries, rarity, and near mythical status, Some people refer to the pre-release Raichu card as the holy grail of Pokemon. Since there are so few pre-release Raichu cards out there, they are worth well over $10,000. Now, if you would-be collectors think that's a safe price for such a rare card, be warned. The legend of pre-release Raichu is so strong, fake cards with photoshopped pictures occasionally surface online, especially around April Fool's Day. Pre-release Raichu could easily be considered the rarest Pokemon card, and maybe it would be if there was a definitive answer on how many exist. But there is another card, so rare, so valuable, it takes precedence over this one. So far we've looked at early cards, competition cards, and a legendary pre-release card. How could any card, even one featuring an adorable artist Pikachu, be rarer than that? In 1997, CoroCoro Comic hosted the first ever Pokemon card game illustration artist contest. Readers were asked to submit artwork of their favorite Pokemon. In the January 1998 issue, the winners were announced. The top 3 each won 20 copies of a card featuring their artwork, along with a Pokemon Illustrator card featuring Pikachu. While the next 20 winners didn't have their artwork featured, they got the Pokemon Illustrator card as well. 2 more contests held later in the year also yielded Pokemon Illustrator cards as their prize, bringing the total number distributed Pokemon Illustrator cards up to 39. It is commonly called Pikachu Illustrator due to its art, and it is the only Pokemon card to be titled Illustrator. It is also the only card to have a unique pen symbol in the bottom right corner. Of the original 39, it's unclear how many remain, but only 5 are in circulation. If you want one, well, brace yourself. Even an ungraded card is worth $20,000. If it's graded, it will sell for at least $50,000. And as for those rare few Pikachu Illustrator cards still in mint condition, it currently holds the highest value of any Pokemon card ever sold, because one sold on eBay for $100,000. With that in mind, we have to name the elusive Pikachu Illustrator card the #1 rarest and most valuable Pokemon card of all time. If you enjoyed this week's list, leave a like, and if you want to see more in the future, subscribe. And if you want to see another top 10 based around Pokemon, click here for my top 10 darkest Pokédex entries, or here for my top 10 things I wish I knew sooner in Pokemon Go.